Anne Frank was a normal girl with typical girlhood experiences and problems with boys. Anne led a normal life with a family of 4 living in the Netherlands. Anne had 2 Jewish parents named Otto and Edith Frank. She also had an older sister named Margot Frank. Around Europe, once the Nazis came to power, they began to enforce cruel laws enacted against the Jewish population. Once Germany had attacked the Netherlands, Otto Frank realized that his family needed to flee from this invasion. They also went into hiding because they received a letter that Margot Frank had to go to the work camp at Westerbork in Holland. This was to avoid deportation and probable death. At the same time, anti-Semitism came to rise, and Adolf Hitler as well. The Frank family went into hiding. This was the top 2 floors of Otto Frank's business. Another family, called the Van Dons, joined them. Anne kept a diary of the days that went past in the secret annex. The secret annex was very small, but they had stockpiled food and supplies. The employees from Otto's firm helped him hide the Franks and kept them supplied with food, medicine, and information about the outside world. You were to never know that in the back of that blue building, they were hiding. Later joined with them was a Jewish dentist named Mr. Dussel. Anne feels lucky to have food and shelter and to be able to laugh. In the book, Anne says, "I feel wicked sleeping in a warm bed while my dearest friends had been knocked down or fallen into a gutter somewhere out in the cold night. I get frightened when I think of close friends who have now been delivered into the hands of the cruelest brutes that walk the earth, and all because they are Jews." This is on page 48 of the book. In the secret annex, Anne can't sleep because of the air raids, and they're eating terrible dry bread and coffee for breakfast, spinach, and rotten potatoes. This is a picture of the secret hidden entrance to the secret annex. It looked like a bookcase, so people like me in the picture could help the Van Dons and the Franks get food and information. Like most teens, living in the secret location for so long led to family problems. Anne is not very fond of her mother, but she has to deal with her. Like she says in the book, "I only look at her as a mother, and she just doesn't succeed in being that to me." As well as family problems, Anne struggles with being happy. She's frustrated that she's criticized so often, and she's frustrated she can't be in the outside world. The most air she can get is about an inch of crack of the open window. Anne has received this diary as a gift for her 13th birthday. Anne begins to write her new diary in 1944. She confides in her diary that she calls Kitty about things in her life and about the secret annex that she hides in to stay away from the Nazis. This is the diary that developed into Diary of a Young Girl. This is Anne Frank's dad, Otto. You can see that Anne is more favorable over her father than her mother. He is the only one that survived the war. This is Peter, the son of the Van Don. Anne foresees Peter as obnoxious, lazy, and a good for nothing. As time goes on, they become close friends, and it develops into a romantic relationship. This relationship helps her overcome her loneliness and depression. This is Margot, Anne's older sister, who later becomes jealous of Anne's and Peter's relationship. The war has caused so much suffering for the Jews, and Anne realizes that she lives in a secret annex and is a paradise compared to other people. Like she says in the book, "I could go on for hours about all the suffering the war has brought, but then I would only make myself more dejected. There's nothing we can do but wait as calmly as we can till the misery comes to an end. Jews and Christians wait, the whole earth waits, and there are many who wait for death." Page 48. Eventually, the Germans cleared out the secret annex. They were all sent to concentration camp, and Anne Frank died in Bergen-Belsen concentration camp in Germany. Anne's story has lived on forever. Yours truly.